Vaccine is a substance that contains antigen, which is a part of the microorganism that causes disease that can stimulate the immune system to produce antibodies. Thus, our body will have protection against the disease if exposed in the future. Before the existence of vaccine, smallpox was one of the most deadly diseases in the world. Smallpox is a disease caused by the variola virus, which attacks the skin and internal organs. The symptoms include high fever, headache, nausea, vomiting, and skin rash that contains pus. The disease is highly contagious and can cause death, blindness, or permanent scars on the face and body. According to historical records, smallpox has existed since ancient Egyptian times, about 3,000 years ago. The disease then spread to various parts of the world, including Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. In the 18th century, smallpox killed about 10% of the population of England and 20% of the city dwellers. The number of casualties from smallpox reached millions of people over the centuries. One of the ways humans dealt with smallpox before the vaccine was by performing variolation. Variolation is a method of preventing smallpox by infecting healthy people with smallpox, hoping that they will experience mild symptoms and become immune. Variolation is done by taking pus from the sores of people who are sick with smallpox and injecting it into the skin or nose of healthy people. However, this method is very risky because it can cause severe infection, complications, or even death. This is where Edward Jenner played a role as the inventor of the first vaccine in the world. Jenner was born in Berkeley, England in 1749. Since he was young, he had an interest in science and nature. He studied to become a doctor and surgeon in various places, including London. Jenner was also interested in various fields of science, such as biology, geology, zoology, and botany. In 1796, Jenner conducted an experiment that changed the history of the world. He heard stories that the milkmaids in the countryside were immune to smallpox because they had previously contracted cowpox, a disease similar to human smallpox, but milder and not deadly. The symptoms were only mild sores on the hands and did not spread to other parts of the body. Jenner then suspected that cowpox could provide protection against human smallpox. To prove his hypothesis, Jenner took pus from a cowpox sore of a woman named Sarah Nelmes and injected it into an 8-year-old boy named James Phipps. The boy then experienced mild cowpox symptoms and recovered in a few days. Several weeks later, Jenner injected pus from a human smallpox sore into the boy, and no disease developed. Jenner concluded that the boy had acquired immunity to human smallpox thanks to cowpox. Jenner's experiment was the first milestone in the discovery of vaccines. He named his method vaccination, from the Latin word vaccinus, which means derived from cows. Jenner then published his research results and vaccinated many people, including his own son. Jenner also spread his vaccination method to the world by giving samples of cowpox pus to doctors in various countries. Jenner succeeded in convincing the world that vaccination was an effective way to prevent smallpox. Vaccination became a widely accepted and used method in various countries. In 1980, the World Health Organization, WHO, declared that smallpox had been eradicated from the face of the earth, thanks to the global vaccination program that lasted for several decades. Edward Jenner died in 1823 at the age of 73. He was buried in the church where his father had been a vicar. Jenner was considered one of the most meritorious figures in the field of medicine and health. He was also honored as the father of immunology, the science that studies the immune system. His discovery saved millions of lives from smallpox and inspired the discovery of other vaccines.